Vigilante Williamson here on an episode of Retro Richard, informally named Vertical Propaganda. I always got to give these shows names, and that's what we're going with. Retro Richard came up with it kind of as a backhanded remark, and we're also going to probably listen to JPEG Mafia, but hopefully not too loud as to get us into some copyright trouble. But I haven't heard that project. So we're gonna keep it a little laid back. I might check this out a couple times anyway. But I appreciate anybody watching this live or on the playback. I'll probably keep this going. We do pretty good. At least that's why these streams are happening. We've done pretty good with the Doom Scrollers. We've done pretty good with the OG fans. And even got a few subs along the way. You know, maybe the real friends of the... I already messed up the joke. It wasn't, where it's really the friends we met along the way. Really, the friends we met along the way. I appreciate everybody being here. I just appreciate, maybe nobody showed up yet. Hopefully somebody does show up. I did say that I was going to stream around now. As I accidentally, scratching myself as I do this, and now I'm bleeding, so that's smart business. This album sounds cool. I will give it another listen. Probably tomorrow at work. And I got, shout out to Thor, Pirate Software. I talk about him a lot. I watch his shorts. I come across his shorts like everybody else. And he was talking about whenever he's at a creative block, he immerses himself on whatever the medium he's creating. If he's writing, he reads. If he's making a game, he plays a bunch of video games. And so I got to listen to a lot more music than I'm listening to. I got to make it a habit to make sure, even old music, new music, whatever. Hey, listeners, I think you're the first one to show up. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully notifications go out and you're not alone. But thank you for showing up, man. Thank you for showing up. I want to finish this damn album. I did just do a verse right before I streamed. If I didn't scare you off, it's so zero again. I did just do a verse. And so that's cool to get something done. Still got a lot done for the album. But hey, I'm one more verse away from basically finishing off the song. And then I can kind of work on it and go from there. So there's that. So the plan is to at least a few times a week work on this album. And hopefully I can get it done by the end of the year. What else can I do? Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Man, I wish you, your family, and your grandpa the best. Oh, man. I'm very sorry to hear that. Very sorry to hear that. Hopefully I can be a distraction, a good enough distraction, so you don't worry about, or at least have some escape from all that. That seems very tough. I'm blessed to still have two grandparents. Whenever they have a health issue, it's dangerous. And then that's very serious. He's 99, just got tired. That's a long time. That's a good life. I'll be blessed. I think we all be blessed enough to get 99 years out of this crazy life. Shout out to the people who showing up. It looks like there's 15 people in the chat. Shout out to the Doom Scrollers. Shout out to the OG, not just OG, but OG fans like Ascension Dildo. I see people piling in. I got JPEG Mafia in the background. I need to really check it out, but at least I can get kind of a preview as we do this stream. Got stuff to talk about. Stuff I was thinking about. Just when it comes to man, there's a real sadness in the air. And I mean, y'all seen me crash. I've dealt with it sounds pretty good so far. That's why I'm like, okay, I gotta really listen to this. But I gotta really break this down. But I mean, JPEG is pretty good. Peggy's good. But yeah, there's a sadness, man. There's a sadness and hopelessness. And I'm definitely dealing with it financially. I'm broke as a joke. But I'm trying to be lighter, and not just with weight, but just with my energy, man. Shout out to the internet. I was arguing with a passport before with somebody in the comment section. And I'm like, why am I arguing with this guy? And I actually deleted one of my comments. It's just like, man, if this guy is this obsessed, if this guy's self-esteem is this low, and this guy wants to spend his money on women. He doesn't have control of his lust. That's his business. Let him, go on that journey. A lot is made about women and their impossible standards, but a lot of men have really high standards, but they react to it in different ways. And what a lot of men will do is like, well, I want this, super beautiful woman, so I'm gonna travel to a country. I'm gonna pay for it. Long and short, rather it's I'm gonna do it here domestically, or foreign. Hey, we ain't here for commercials. Oh damn it! Let's get there. Um, there's that. Instead of just accepting, hey, you know what? Okay, this type of girl don't want you. And that's not really not that. I mean, shit. When I was younger, I had this one girl I was in love with, and she was beautiful, man. And I was not the most photogenic motherfucker, and wasn't the richest guy. And she was helping me hard times. You know what I mean? I didn't work out long term, and it probably would have worked out better if I wasn't in a better financial situation. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't always about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's sad. And then this world, man. That shit over in the UK. I'm not like hardcore watching that shit, but I'm watching it enough to say, man, that's just sad, man. Super sad. I see. All right, hey Jimmy B. So you got low standards, I guess, because you be with any woman you think you can connect with. Well, it depends. A connection is valuable, man. If you can really truly connect with somebody, I don't necessarily consider that low standards. I think sometimes some of the superficial things that we have as standards that they throw us off. Whether it's finances or looks and all that. Not to be totally cliche and whatever, but it's about more than that. If you can find a genuine connection, I don't think that's a high or low standard. That's a standard. That's a standard. That's what the standard should be. Like, hey, that's a genuine connection that we can build off of. So, just because you're not overdoing, I don't necessarily go for the looks. That's might be a good thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't take disrespect, man or woman. Never take disrespect. But and don't be with somebody who you don't think likes you and don't want you. Don't chase people. Don't chase people who don't want to get caught at least. But connection is a good standard to have. So I don't know. I don't necessarily think it's a low standard, Jimmy. People are mean. No one deserves your trust. So that's what I was writing a song about. Everybody's all jaded. Everybody's all jaded. I'm scared too. Everybody's jaded and afraid. But if they met somebody that they really was in love with, they would change. You know what I'm saying? They would rock with it and they would give it a chance. I'm not saying that's necessarily you. I'm saying it's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily looking for somebody, but at the same time, if I found somebody, I probably would, be into them. At that same time, man, I'm not. Listen, I think traveling is dope, and this shit's hard. This track. I think traveling is dope, but the traveling simp thing is hard body stuff, man, and it's sad stuff, man. It really came from shout out to Brandon Jamal. His shit even say Brandon Jamal crash out. He said something about the passport bros, and all these guys got so sensitive. They're ashamed of it, man. That's the truth. People are ashamed to be spending all this money. If a man approached you with kindness, you wouldn't believe the motives. I see. That's a problem. That happens to a lot of people, unfortunately. And that's sad because you know what? You might deny somebody. It's understandable. You might be denying somebody who has ulterior motives and is not have your best interest. You might be denying a good person. You don't know either way. But I get it. I get that jadedness. I'll be lying if I say I had none of it. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish I had the answer. Hey, Fizz. I might miss something great, but you're safe on your own. It's understandable. Hey, not the father. $20. Whoa. You're the father of this stream. Uh-oh. I almost reported you. I'm trying to like this thing. You're the father of the stream. Wow. Big money. I appreciate that, brother. I truly do, man. Truly, truly, truly. Thank you, bro. That's incredible. I think that's the biggest super chat. That's the big. I mean, obviously, Ogre Squatcher back in the day used to toss out those $100 bills, but that's the biggest YouTube super chat I've gotten so far, I believe. Yeah, you making it rain. You read our messages. No sense in super chatting messages. Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah, you didn't even. Yeah, you didn't even leave a message. I didn't realize that. I try because I don't want to be one of those. You know, we joke about some of the YouTubers who only read people messages if they get a super chat. I don't want to be one of those guys. I don't want to be one of those guys. I'm just listen, I'm just another motherfucker out here. I got this little gimmick mask because I have no gimmick. I'm a boring motherfucker. So if I didn't have this mask, I'd have no gimmick. I'd have nothing, right? If I had this little vigilante gimmick, I'm just a boring motherfucker. But you know, I ain't special. I like doing this, but I ain't special. But I appreciate that, brother. I was just talking about how much of a struggle things are. I mean, I'm gonna get through it. I'm on the next few weeks. Hopefully, the car's gonna get fixed. And once the car get fixed, even though it's still a risk with my old car landing, I'm gonna try to do a little Uber Eats and a little just deliver food to make up for the financial situation. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. But you just walked in. Wow, hey, it's cool. I'm sorry to hear that, listeners. Last time you had a boyfriend and treated you well, he was married. I'm sorry. That sucks. I ain't laughing at it. It sucks, man. This dating shit sucks. I understand why so many people is so fucked up about relationships nowadays, man. A lot of antagonism between the genders, and it's not gonna get any better. I'm just a humble motherfucker with a big ass dick, Bunk Williamson. I didn't say that. But yeah, that's rough business. Whole situation sucked. You were awesome friends, man. That sucks. That sucks, man. That sucks. I wish, you know. Because I understand why you feel the way you feel. Oh, man. That's real tough. So you miss him to this day. Damn. I'm sorry about that, man. No, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I mean, I know it's a motherfucker in the mask, but it wasn't me. But no, seriously, man, I'm really sorry about that. That sucks. I mean, yeah, it's okay. Life happens. That's true. A lot of people not recovering from their heart getting broke nowadays, though. People getting their heart broke at a higher rate nowadays, man. I don't think we were built for all this. We weren't built for this crazy dating world that we in right now, man. We were not built for this shit. This is not how shit was. And not to say this type of shit never happened, but just the insanity of it, the desperation of it, man. And then you know, a lot more single people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. And that's not common. You know what I mean? That's not how it was. And so we're all, as a society, getting used to this. You don't want to drag everything down, just you. Kind of done. Hey, I mean, I started out talking about the dark stuff. Like I said, there's some real dark triad gooner stuff with some of these passport bros. Not saying none of them are, you know, have noble thoughts. Not that none of them are just traveling and may find a woman along the way, or whatever. But I mean, there's a huge culture, and they're proud to do it. To goon out about going to these countries and paying prostitutes, and it's like that's sick business, man. And that if you talk about it and you're critical, it's just because you're broke. Wow. You think you project so much of your insecurity and so much of how you think that the only way you don't see the problem and or at least you don't even see the danger in having that mentality, man. Golly. And you're like, man, what happened to that person? Where their self-esteem is at that point. And I'm not saying, you know, they're arguing, well, everybody pays for it. It's like, okay, I guess, you know, I went on dates and whatnot. But it's like, man, you care so little about your own health that you're going to pay to risk your health. Because dealing with prostitutes are a risk of health. It's just like crazy. And then getting scared or getting upset when someone talks shit about you, that's a crazy mindset. So I mean, at least what you said is more normal. I mean, goodness, you came across somebody that happened to be married that's messed up, but it's like motherfuckers are gooned out. Motherfuckers ain't in control of their lust. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. You know, I get that dating is crazy now. I get there's a lot of crazy women. Okay, you don't want to deal with crazy women in America. You think ain't crazy women in all these other countries? You must be crazy. It's crazy people everywhere. Shit. Um, I guess enough about dating. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I guess part of it is also, like I said, I'm making this album. Kind of wrote a verse, and I'm trying to. It is kind of an R&B album, so it kind of deals with dating. Yeah, resentment is a real bitch. Both y'all said, yeah, resentment is a real bitch. You don't want to hold on to that resentment, and that's what I'm realizing, man. Oh, Zeus. Speaking of resentment, what's going on, Zeus? It's time for you to interrupt the stream. Poor impulse control. Zeus, no. No, you're not going to keep going to this spot where knocks things down. Move. See, look at you. Come around, Zeus. I know it's not, you're in the mask, but no, come around. Hey, LDG. Poor impulse control is good for big business. Zeus, come here. There we go, Zeus. There we go. He just, every time I'm streaming, no matter if it's in this room or not, I think he can just tell, like, all right, he's talking to somebody. So he's interacting with a creature, and it's not me. So what the hell? You got your new studio. Congrats. Oh, yeah, you said you wanted me to hit you up on Tuesday. Shit, I forgot. Sorry, I had to, I don't know. I worked, and then I got off of work. I fucking went on my little walk, my after work walk, and then took a shower, messed around with music, did the stream. See, I gotta hit you up. I gotta check out your studio, bro. Gotta check out your studio. I need a whiteboard. I actually have a couple whiteboards, but I need to use them. I forgot. And I got a damn calendar. But I don't use it. It's just there to tell me what month it is. I barely even look at it. I'm sorry, bro. When are you free next, LDG? I mean, part of the thing is I get off. I mean, I guess I could maybe take a lunch. Get you up to lunch. Trust you, you'll be impressed. Shit's banging, worth every buck. Cool, and congrats, man. Congrats. Shout out to Peggy. Shout out to JPEG Mafia, too. This is a cool little background. Tell us more, LDG. Yeah, brag a little about your studio. What are we up to? We just talking. I started off talking about dating and people traveling to pay for prostitutes. So, hey, howdy, Tom Jensen. Appreciate you being here. And not the fatherless stream by tossing out 20 super chat dollars, which I appreciate. Every now and again, the algo will bring people in and then they leave. So I got to do better with retaining people. But just talking, and obviously the conversation's not set on anything. We talk about whatever. And I guess really if there is a thing, it's just like trying to stay positive, man. Trying to stay positive in a dark world. That's kind of the long and short of it. And not be, try to be a little bit lighter spiritually and mentally. Wait, it's 7 months for the remodeling to get done. Serious construction done. System upgrades. Releasing a video soon on it. All right. Cool business. Come on, Zeus. Come on, Zeus. That's pretty cool stuff, man. Congratulations. I know you've been working on that studio and living with it and living in a crazy living situation and everything just to get it comfortable. But congrats, man. I know you got a lot of stuff. In a couple weeks, I know you're launching stuff. You got a lot of stuff going on, so congratulations on all that, man. Congratulations. And even though our own LDG will tell us that likes don't mean as much as they used to, that's cool, man. If you can get there in a couple days, congratulations. We'll see what happens, man. I'm gonna need help for you just gonna listen for a while. Hey man, you already funded the stream, brother. So thank you for doing that. Not the father. You the father of the stream. If you want to lurk, that's cool. We'll see. Hey, he understands the algo. Um, hopefully, hopefully the algo doesn't change by the time I finish the album. But I need to get something out to see if I can get over 1,000 on this channel. What is up with the mask? Well, I'm an anonymous YouTuber, man, and I'm a vigilante on these internet streets, I guess. So that's what's up with the mask. Why doesn't everyone else wear a mask? For 2 years, they told us we had to wear a mask, so here I am. You know what I mean? They told us wear a mask, and I'm still doing it. Actually, you know, I saw somebody still with the actual COVID mask the other day. I'm like, damn. I'm in Texas. People still wear their mask, though. Sometimes. Most people don't. Ain't nothing again. You see a motherfucker wearing their mask. But yeah, remember that? They told us all to wear a mask, and I listened, and now everyone has an issue with it. Doing Cali. Shout out to Cali. Good luck there. Hope everything's smooth. I'm not on the run from the feds, and I'm not a narcissist. You see him once in a while too. Got me not shook. But it seems like that. It's always robbing. It's robbing season all year round in Cali. I'm like, damn, I don't want to get robbed just to go to Cali. Seem pretty out there. But shout out to Cali. Shout out to the Sacktown, the Bay Area, and back down. Cali's not where I put my back down, but I would if I could. Yeah, like I'm running from. That'd be wild, right? To be a YouTuber and running from the feds. But you know what? You say that shit jokingly. A lot of these rappers be really having cases, doing music videos and shit like that. Oh yeah, they're remaking The Crow. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. It was 115. God damn. It was like like I said, I'm in Texas. It was like 98. 115 to another level. That's nuts. It's hot as fuck out here. God damn. I know it probably felt like 110 because you know how they be telling you feels like. Don't be telling us that. Just be making it worse. It's already hot as fuck. 115. Good lord. Good googly moogly. Yeah, motherfuckers do that all the time, playing with their freedom just for some internet clout. I don't want to clout that much. God damn, I don't really want to clout at all, for real. I just, I like doing this. I got caught up in it in 2020, and I just been doing it ever since. But I do like YouTubing, man. I'm trying to listen. I don't remember it offhand. But I'm just, a few minutes in. Oh, shit, LDG. Wow. Thank you, bro. Y'all are balling out. Oh, shit. I'm not expecting super chats like this. Probably one of the best. And no, I've never been on the deep web. I'm scared of deep web. I'm scared of deep web. But y'all are crazy. First, not the father with the $20 super chat, now LDG. Hey, feel free to keep sending them if you want. Yeah, if y'all want to make it rain, I ain't going to tell y'all no. Oh, he chopping it up. Scaring the hoes. Boy, yeah. Nice edge. I'm scared of the deep web, bro. Scared of the deep web. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's on that shit. Part of it is, man. Oh, Riz using for. Oh shit, is it Cause I know he took the one of the songs Liquid Swords, might even be Liquid Swords. But that same song had multiple samples from other songs that he used it for. And so it almost kind of something. Maybe it's that. What the hell track is it off of Liquid Swords? I think it's a song off Liquid Swords. I can't remember the track name offhand. Because I got stream brain. Subscribe. You sound like a chill dude. I hope I am. I try to be. I can crash out like everybody else. But I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the sub. We trying to get to 1,000. We slightly monetized. As you can see some super chats. We want to get fully monetized. So once we get to that 1,000 mark, We'll get there. So every sub count, I appreciate it, man, bro. Top dog. What source? Not to be not to be on some branded shit. What are you into, man? You a gamer? You in the music? I mean, everybody like video games and music, but in particular, games, music, TV shows. Sometimes we talk politics, even though politics is a pile of shit. Yo, I got a question for anyone who cares about politics. And this is for both sides. We shit on Kamala, but let's shit on Trump a little bit. What are either of their fucking policies that they are running on? Your video game, and that's what's up. We play video games on this channel. I've been playing a lot of Tekken recently. Before that, we was playing Spider-Man, and we was playing Spider-Man 2 and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. But and then the chat wanted me to play Fallout New Vegas. Border control, okay, that's one thing. That's one actual policy. But I realized they're not really running on policies, man. They're running on not the other people. Kamala's just an airhead, man. I finally saw that cloud thing y'all was talking about. That's embarrassing for the whole human race. Golly. I see why people think Biden might be. They probably was better off with Biden than her, man. But I say that, the feminist demographic gonna walk with it. Wu-Tang Tears, shit. Okay. Well, I failed trivia. I failed. First Wu-Tang. I thought it was, damn it, I ain't think, I could play the track, I could probably find the track I thought it was. And it would be shocking if that song was used, has a different part that's used for that, but I fucked that up. Don't know what got sample I see. Let's see. I want to, I'm working on a synthwave album, and then right around, I want a few months after that have a sample-based album come out. So the whole rest of this year, I'm trying to work on, if I can release something this year, cool. I'm sure I'll release some loose songs, if nothing else, some freestyles, but that'll probably be till the end of the year. But I want to get all the video shot, everything done, and then have a legitimate promotional push for 2 albums for the beginning of next year. I don't know about politics, seeing a lot of shit and experience. Oh, you see, UFOs in person? Whoa. You like dabbing, don't drink much? 32, single, chilling, that's what's up. It's like a Tinder profile. I asked him what told his stuff, because, whenever we try to bring new people into the I guess, I don't know what we are. The Fangilantes, I guess. I don't want fanatics. But just, what type of stuff is this person into? They gonna vibe. You don't know about politics, me neither. But you seen the triangle in the sky. Shout out to dabbing. I know it's another dude on this channel that is dabbing, don't drink. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. But yo, what's your experience with UFOs, man? I know that's become a hot button topic the past few years, with the government actually acknowledging it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what part of California. I know just a lot of remote areas out west, whether you talk about West Texas, obviously Nevada, Area 51 and all that, Zona, Cali, you hear about these experiences that's a lot of kind of because most people, there's a line dividing the country. Most people on east of the line, at least in America, and only 20% are in the western half of America. And most of that 20% is in Cali, Oregon, and Washington. And so there's that barren kind of nothingness, you know what I mean? And then we got to think about that. Most of those people probably LA, Bay Area, and the major cities. See, that's exactly how it happened. Second the government acknowledged it, people stop believing in it. But I don't know. Listen, I don't know either way. I ain't gonna act like an expert. But what I do feel is it's something. I don't know if they extraterrestrial. I don't know if they extra dimensional. But there's something to UFOs, man. It ain't just, there's something. There's some other creatures out that are non-human amongst us on some level. I do believe that. They could be demons. They could be from another planet. They could be whatever. But I definitely believe amongst us, people will talk lizard people. Who knows? Saw a super creepy story out of Las Vegas a couple years ago. It never got debunked, so I got scared. Haven't looked since. Shit, like I said, something about those deserted areas and deserts, and so the practical person who wants to debunk things might say, "Oh, it's a lot of test flights from the military." Okay, but people have those. Remember the shit that happened in Chicago? There was a O'Hare Airport, the busiest airport in the world, one of, I think it is the. There was a disc-shaped object that flew straight up, and there was a little video of it. It wasn't the cleanest, of course, it's never clean, and I don't know if you can still find it. But there was a disc-shaped object over O'Hare Airport, and that motherfucker flew directly straight up. And like I said, it was a disc object. It didn't. The flight path was not like any aircraft that's commonly known of. There's weird shit out there. I just don't want to know about it, see it, miss me with it. I feel you on that level. Who knows, man? Who knows? Foo Fighters? Shit. I know the band Foo Fighters. I don't actually know what that's a reference to. If it's not clean, that's how we know it's fake. That's fair. Fair enough. Is that what they are? UFOs, Foo Fighters? Okay. Fair enough, though. Fizz. Am I getting all the chats? I said top message. Let me show you all messages. Yeah, I know I was missing some messages. All right, sorry, top dog. All companies are run by Illuminati. Yeah, you fit in perfectly, brother. Themselves as logos, signs, and everything. Yeah. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party. Every sign. And YouTube tried to censor this comment. Isn't that weird? Every sign's desert number. The 666, like the Monster. See the Monster energy drink. Crazy we live in a fucked up world. Bunch of lizards. Spiritual warfare. Hey. Welcome to the party. Yep, we was talking about the Olympics. And I didn't see that breakdown, but I mean, a lot of that shit. It's so blatant when you use the Last Supper. And like I said, ironically enough, the Last Supper painting by Da Vinci was itself, kind of showing how you talk about the quote unquote Illuminati. These evil, and we don't want to be anti-Semitic, but these evil bankers and these evil people who fund a lot of this shit, they was at it back then. So like, people look at that Last Supper photo as, oh, this is a picture of Jesus, and it's no. They were mocking the Last Supper with the original, not photo, but the original art piece. The original drawing was a mock. There was all sorts of, and so when they do that at the Olympics, they're actually acknowledging what the Last Supper painting was really trying to do in the first place. They just let you know. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the Last Supper, there's a lot of little. We don't think, because our scale of what's homosexual is so far here, but for the era, it's some homosexual references. There's a lot of those old, like the Mona Lisa's a man, all sorts of crazy shit, bro. You banned from leaving a message, exposing them to YouTube. You can't message YouTube short videos for some reason. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, they are back on the censor train because it's election season. You're right about that censor. Lizard men made up by a greedy prospector who wanted more funding. So I never heard that. No, I wouldn't say tear down your religious belief. Jesus still exists. I definitely believe in Jesus. But watch out for the imagery. Caesar Borgia, yeah, it's about having a personal relationship with Jesus. You'll fit in right. I appreciate you being here. People trolled before then. Leonardo da Vinci put a lot. He had boyfriends, and even he probably got messed around with when he was young. And he was messing around with some young men, some like 15, 16-year-olds. Even when he got old, he was a sick fuck, man. They look at him as this great artist, but he was a sick fuck, and he would put little shit into. Yes, the Last Supper painting itself is in of itself a mockery, but it's not usually acknowledged as that. The image of Jesus. Listen, I'm not gonna get into the debate on his complexion, but I'll tell you that the image of Jesus that we've seen is Caesar Borgia. But the Bible tells you not to take no graven images. Take not believe in symbolism, not believe in graven images, and not praise them. Jesus is the way, truth, and the life. John chapter 14, verse 6. I appreciate that, top dog. Sick fucks will still be great artists. Hey, we keep talking about all this other stuff. He was bisexual, he like women too. He might have, but I mean, listen, as long as they're adults, I don't care what people do. I know it was a different era, but it's still kind of on the sick scale. You know what I'm saying? And listen, he was a talented artist. I'm not about to deny his talent. But yeah, and if you don't believe Vigilante. Do your research. You tell me what you find. Don't listen to me. Don't just listen to random assholes on the internet. Take a look at it for yourself. See if you see something. Hey, that kind of looks sus. You know what I'm saying? That look odd. But allegedly, the Mona Lisa is one of his boyfriends. I can't think of the guy's name. You said it wasn't one of his most successful paintings. But I think it's is it Peter that's like kind of like super close and kind of weird? You said werewolves, leprechauns, big foot spiritual beings. Listen, I couldn't tell you if all these things are real or if they're allegorical. Fizz said something about lizard people being made up. And I'm not saying it is or isn't because, you know, I'm just an asshole on the internet. I don't know everything. But I would definitely tell you that there's a lot of allegorical worship and allegorical references to serpents and lizards, and in the ancient world, you know, even in the Bible says wise as a serpent, harmless as doves. There's definitely there was at least at one point in time a connection between wisdom and serpents, and it's not that far of a stretch to equate that to what you may call left path wisdom, or dark wisdom, or Luciferian wisdom, or satanic wisdom, whatever you want to call it. But even wisdom in general had been equated with serpents. So I only say that to say, I think some of the reptilian, you know, push. I couldn't tell you if they're shapeshifters. I've seen some people do some weird eyelid shit. There's even answers for that. But I think there's also a push because of the allegorical reference and some stuff like that. People want to see themselves as Jesus. I didn't know there was a Korean Jesus. Only allegorical reference to serpents. Lizards is never referenced in mythology. I mean, I don't know everything about mythology. I'm just, you know, he said lizards never referenced in mythology. But I mean, listen, I just know that you know, certain ancient cultures, in particular Kemet and some others, really looked at serpents in particular. You might be right where it's just serpents and not necessarily lizards, but that's not that far of a jump. So I'm just saying that pushing the lizard man narrative is kind of like a soft flex. That's my thought. Bro, missing kids. We were just talking about how they, I don't know if it was the crumb, but just how they use, what was it? Oh, we were talking about the blood. Apparently you could get, it was only like 8K an ounce. It wasn't even that much. Oh yeah, the Garth Brooks concert. Papa Cock got us with that. But we were talking about kids. Who was, I think Cinch Dildo a couple days ago said something about like, them using kids' blood. And then we've talked about these weird facials out of Korea and out of certain countries using foreskins and shit like that. All ancient cultures reference serpents because of their poison and how flexible they were. I see. Hey man, you might be more read on this than me. I wouldn't doubt it. Like I said, I'm just asking on the internet. I just watched a bunch of Chronicle Judah videos like everybody else, man. A bunch of Yash Kara and Unplug videos like everybody else. So why act like I'm an expert? I wish I knew more. But you know what? At the same time, I kind of got tired of listening to a lot of conspiracy theory stuff. At the same time, because at a certain point, it's like, man, I need to learn more about the Bible, not more about these demons. I mean, you can see the demonic imagery everywhere. They got motherfuckers painting their nails. They can't stop pushing the LGBTQ agenda. Kid blood, oh man, 8K per liter for kid blood injections. Sick business. Peter Thiel, who is that asshole? I see him around. Like, who is he? Judgment Day is coming soon. Every account will be there to repent before it's too late. Everyone's gonna have to be judged. All of us, myself included, gotta be judged for our actions on the earth. Love you, brother. Hope I know you hit 1 million subscribers. No, because I don't want to deal with those evil people we talking about. And that's the question. What do y'all think the limit is? Well, listen to JPEG Mafia. Surely you can get to JPEG Mafia level without having to deal with to sign the Bad Boy Records, as Retro Richard would reference it. Surely you can get to this level, right? Without somebody. I mean, maybe you might have a badger or something like that. PayPal Mafia. Surely you might have a badger, so people help you with it, but you don't necessarily need to be like, all right, do you want to be an independent rap star? Well, it's time to bend over and bust them cheeks open, or it's time to drink goat blood. Like, please tell me that to get to this level, you can get to this level without having to deal with the Illuminati. That's that's unfortunately, because I'm working on music. We will release music as soon as we possibly can, and doing this channel, obviously, I do want to grow. But like, I don't want to become that. Part of wearing the mask, what's up with the mask? I don't want to be famous. Now, also, I'm not the most photogenic motherfucker out there. But yeah, I don't want to have to sell my soul. Like, what's the lowest you could go? Like, where is the threshold to where it's like, hey, we're not putting you on TV unless you get down with the plan. If you're not down with the plan, you're not going to go. And I don't want to be on TV at all. I don't need to be on TV. But we're not going to let you get to 50,000 subs unless you're down with the plan. We're not going to let you get to 100,000 subs. Oh, he was Musk's partner. I thought he was the... there's this one guy who's all about this longevity shit. I thought you was talking about him. But you said he was Musk's partner in PayPal. I see. And when they sold it, he runs Palomar Investment Fund and a bunch of other shit. Yes, the Most High can bless you and make you rich. You know, a lot of times it takes longer, but it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it's not even an infamous quote; it's just a ubiquitous quote. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? The Most High can bless you, and you know, you might have challenges too, but the Most High has blessed many people. You know, and so it doesn't have to be, you know, from the evil side, but they definitely approach people on some level. Hold on, whoa, bro, you out here trying to dox ninjas. Wow. I hope y'all ain't hear that shit. Golly, they be doing the commercials. I'm glad y'all know where I'm at, but I don't want everybody else to know. I mean, if y'all heard shit. Y'all know I'm in the Houston area. To me, because like I said, once I release the shit, I'm gonna have to probably put my name. I plan on registering it with either ASCAP or BMI. So we have some most small things, but God created the universe. So if He's big, then you can ask God for something bigger. You know, sometimes, hey, God's made miracles, man. He's my miracle. Even my life, man. Shoo. I think about growing up, and I could never. No, I'm not no billionaire, no craziness, but like, man, I can pay my bills. I don't need to rely on anybody. I have a job. I'm blessed, man. I didn't think I would get all this, bro. I'm still alive. I felt kind of grateful. Just, you know, like I said earlier, I go on my little walk after work, walking around the neighborhood. I can say hi to people. You know, I can say hi to a white dudes. No race war jump off. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about a lot of shit. Now, listen, I lived some places where I couldn't just walk around my neighborhood smooth. Shit, even like, when I was living in Charlotte. And it started off cool, but it was damn near a shooting every quarter around the time I left. In my little area, somebody was getting shot almost every 3 or 4 months. That's a lot, man. And so I could have swore one time I was walking my dog, and I don't know that it was somebody who just pulled off from a drill, but they were zooming. They were zooming, man. And so it was almost like they just shot somebody and ran off. I don't know what they were zooming for. Didn't like North Carolina. I like North Carolina. It's fine. It's fine to me. I haven't really lived anywhere no. When I was in rural Michigan, I hated that shit. I did hate that shit. But even Detroit, as much as sometimes Detroit can annoy me, I still love it. Still home. I lived in South Carolina for a little bit, the Columbia area. That was cool. But I keep to myself, though. I'm not a party guy. I've never been. Almost to an extreme. Like Nevada, okay. I never been enough to Nevada. Almost to an extreme, but I like Charlotte. Charlotte was nice. Charlotte was a nice area. I still got family out there, and hopefully you can visit out there. This album sound cold. I'm really going to sit with this motherfucker. He really put his foot in this motherfucker. Shout out to JPEG Mafia. Hopefully he ain't have to do nothing crazy to get to where he is. I know he's put out so many projects, worked so hard. So I don't want to just put that on him. But I don't know all his beliefs. I ain't going to act like an expert on him. Man, you taking us to church. Matthew chapter 7, verse 1. Favorite scripture, because that's what most of us do. Lots of us it's always good to forgive others too. Always be kind. Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too, brother. Nice to meet you too, man. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. The project zoomed by about 40 minutes. This is a cool project. I'm going to sit with it. I might check it out again after. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I got the iPad open again. Search it up. Whatever you have a challenge. That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now. Even though I'm using the Google machine. And sometimes they'll distort things. And you said Matthew 7:1. Matthew 7:1. Judge not that ye be judged. Yeah. And that's something we all got to remember, man. And that's something, even as a YouTube commentator, it's easy to sit here. And that's why I try to be even choosy about the topics I make, man. Easy to sit on your high horse and talk down to different people. But, I mean, we all, you use DuckDuckGo. Shout out to DuckDuckGo. Shout out to other search engines. Speaking of Google, I heard they got they finally called them a monopoly. I can't believe any form of government, whether it's Republican or Democrat, are actually going at any of these tech companies on any level. I just thought they would. That is a great scripture, and that's a humbling scripture. It's a humbling scripture, and that's kind of what I needed for the day, man. So you're already a blessing for this stream, bro. Because I was just thinking, like, man, I don't want to, I started all kind of talking about this goofy passport bro I'm arguing with on the comment section, which I shouldn't be doing. It's stupid. But it's just like, man, I don't know what that brother went through. I don't know what that brother's going through to get him in that place. And I ain't perfect. I've not led a perfect life by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm not even going to get mad at this brother. Who knows what he's going through? Who knows what he went through? You know what I'm saying? People going through it, unfortunately. Not just financially, spiritually, man. We talk a lot about how, and I don't know why, I feel like the past few streams we'd have dealt with religion or God on some level, man. But we talk about how God is gone from the pop culture. You know what I'm saying? The pop culture became so demonic. Rather, it's these pop stars, these rappers, these movies that have symbology in it. It's just like, wow. The Bible is the armor of God. I mean, this For better or worse, everybody believed in God on some level, and that's not been in the culture for years. Says today they caught some Swiss cunt filming little kids on the beach. Wow, yeah, I'm a judge them. Gotta understand. Woo. Those motherfuckers, you almost want to send them to judgment immediately, right? Oh, Jesus, we're nothing. God is seen as a punching bag in pop culture, which is crazy. It's really crazy, man. That was never, it was, and it's crazy because my generation saw it change. We saw the tail end of, you don't even make jokes about Jesus or God to the point of, Jesus is a character on Family Guy. You know what I'm saying? And we saw that happen. And Retro Richard is here. He would talk about Vince McMahon wrestling God and all this stupid, crazy, blasphemous shit. And that's not even getting into the past 15 years of weird music videos of demonic imagery. I mean, witches, like legitimately witches coven and pentagrams and just unreal. I mean, we talked about Lil Nas X twerking on Satan, and then when everybody found out he was straight, they tossed him into the river. I don't know what happened to him. Just 20 years ago, way more people would be getting arrested for the shit that goes on. Yeah, we lost once they got God out of pop culture. We lost our moral compass, and I mean it dropped immediately. Jesus sleeps with other guys. Why is a Family Guy? Wow. Sick business. That's fucked up. That's blasphemous, man. They shouldn't be deceived, but what the fuck do you do? Just pray for people, because what can you do? That's legitimately blasphemous. I didn't know that. I've seen him as a Family Guy character, but I haven't watched Family Guy in years, probably a decade. Like new episodes, I've watched new episodes in years. So man, they've really done something to the pop culture. There's still people that believe, but then it's finding solace there. There's a lot of I talked about the Joel Osteens and the Creflo Dollars, those kind of and the TD Fakes, aka TD Snakes. Those are the easiest examples for poverty pimp / prosperity pimp preachers, real evil stuff. Hey, Tom Jensen, shout out to Barbecue, shout out to Mama J, and shout out to anybody else who may join live or on the playback, man. Shout out to Top Dog, cold dude, man. I'm glad you showed up, bro. His shoes, this guy came, man. We was talking about this, man. It's almost like you was here yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about just the example of coming down as a human to save people. So what hits me is the guy came as a man through Jesus to save his people from this evil. Could you imagine that God that created us from dust, gave us breath, and walked the earth 2,000 years? That's crazy to think of. And then coming down as a human, actually feeling the pain, to feel pain. It's honestly mind-boggling to actually feel that pain. You see, oh yeah, the American megachurch pastors are going straight to hell. Real demonic stuff. I remember in Charlotte, there was this huge, super it looked like a Final Fantasy stage church. What street was it on? It was off of Rio Road. I couldn't tell you the street. It was one of those main streets. There ain't too many streets in Charlotte. A lot of people did reject Jesus in those days. Pay for every sin. He died for our sins. I know that's something, you see it. And shout out, it's funny, you'll just see that in more comment section. It's almost like you could tell we're getting closer to the end. Remember the boys using superheroes as an excuse to bash Christians? For no reason I don't watch the boys. Despite Protestant superheroes being non-existent in comics. There's not too many Protestants, because even Daredevil was like a Catholic. But yeah, I remember there was these mega churches. There was a mega church on 7 Mile when I was younger. And like I said, in Charlotte, it just looked I had never seen it. The church and the parking lot it looks like a stadium. What do you need a stadium? I know there's a stadium church here in Houston. And I think that is the one that Joel Osteen got because he didn't want to open it up when there was a hurricane around here. And those people are just evil, man. Because people need Jesus, man. People absolutely need Jesus. People go through people get strung out on drugs, caught into all sorts of demonic lives that they try to get out of, and they do get out of it, and they can get out of it. But you got people like this that are in the way of that, false prophets, Pharisees, just demons, really evil people. A lot of them Luciferians. There are only 2 Christian superheroes in the comics. Both are Catholic. That is the thing. Most superheroes are created by Jews. I want to get into that story. That is the thing. I mean, obviously Superman was. I mean, he was supposedly a allegory for immigrating as a Jew, allegedly. That is interesting. Shit will collapse and religions will come back. I hope so. This is collapsing. That's clear. The collapse is away. I mean, I wanted to boycott the Olympics. I kind of have. I've seen some of it, but I haven't sat and watched. That opening is still wild business. Could you imagine probably billions of people in hell crying for God, but their time is out and we're still living, breathing? Sheesh, that's actually scary to think of. Your heart is still pumping. You have enough time to repent before judgment. Yeah. He's a Moses allegory? Okay. I've heard of him being an immigration allegory. Moses allegory. I've heard of him, people think of him as a Jesus allegory as well, or as a Christ-like figure. But you're right, as long as we bleed, we got enough time to repent for our sins, man. That's heavy stuff, and I think sometimes I get scared of it. Like, I don't know what to do. I pray every day, but I'm far from a perfect person, you know what I'm saying? The Western way of life was founded on Christianity and is in trouble. Some people may argue with that. I think in some ways it was unfortunately founded on greed and I don't want to say capitalism. Jesus allegory came from the movies, fair enough. But if you talk about the culture, you talk about the regular people living, yeah, it was. If you talk about the culture of the West, yeah, it was. It was the culture of the people of the West. Maybe we're not talking about we talk enough about the fucking powers that be. Of the people of the West, you're absolutely correct. This was a God-fearing country, man, and that meant something, and that was important to us. I also believe sinners in hell can be redeemed. It's different in Islam. I know you're a Muslim, and I definitely ain't here to argue, because I ain't here to be. I haven't read the Quran, so I couldn't tell you nothing good or bad. But you know what? I don't know enough to know. Deconstruction. Good old postmodernism. Let's just deconstruct it. What has postmodernism gotten us? Deconstructed everything. Overanalyzing everything. What has it gotten us besides unhappy with anxiety disorders, man? Everything has to be deconstructed. Nothing can just be wholesome. You talk about Superman. It's not unbelievable that a man has superpowers anymore with Superman. That's not the unbelievable thing. The unbelievable thing is that he wouldn't be Homelander, or he wouldn't be Omni-Man, or he wouldn't be another one of infinite evil Supermans. That's the unbelievable part about Superman, that if somebody had all that power, that they would actually try to be a good person. That's how bad the culture was. It used to be, oh man, it's just unbelievable. A guy could fly, a guy could be that strong. Obviously, it's fake. It's a TV show. It's a comic book. It's a cartoon. It's a movie. But the Superman ideology has become so jaded by this culture, by deconstructing everything, that just being a good person, that's the unbelievable part. And that's scary. And it's been like that for a minute. said the Enlightenment period was the beginning of the end. Fair enough. The Bible was written by the Holy Spirit through man, passed by generations and generations until this generation, so we can receive the gift of God, which is the Holy Spirit. We can speak in tongues. I've never spoken in tongues. To preach the gospel of God. And I've heard of rather, I mean, I guess there are actual tongues in like ancient languages and whatnot. That seems like a scary thing. I mean, they say it could be a good thing. You know, if I never speak in tongues, I won't be too sad. It seems kind of frightening. It's a book of testimonies, yeah. That's something to keep in mind. It's a book. I mean, it's a living. They say it's a living testament. It's the living word of God, and it truly is, man. There's definitely things that apply and are valuable to us today, and we're seeing, man, wars and rumors of wars. We're seeing, you know what I'm saying? And although like the Book of Revelation is the playbook, the mark of the beast. A lot of people have thoughts on what that could be. Is it Neuralink? Is it a chip in your arm? Is it? But you know, mark of the beast doesn't have to be a physical thing. It can be a spiritual thing as well. John chapter 3, verse 3 says you must be born again to see the kingdom of God. Mark of the beast is coming. We'll say, you know, a lot of people have theories on how it's going to be implemented. It seems like, you know, so the chip's scary, but I mean, it's not just the chip, it's the spiritual thing too, man. Sooner than we think. It might already be here on a test level. Maybe not rolled out to the masses. And then, you know, it says one cannot trade. We won't be able to buy things without the mark of the beast. So, hey, our phones could be the mark of the beast. Hell, our phones do lead us to a lot of destruction nowadays. I was not expecting a religious stream, brother. I appreciate you being here. I agree, bro. We got to get right with the Most High. I appreciate you being here. I feel like you're here for a reason for me, man. You know what I mean? And maybe for the rest of the chat. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe for you. You know, there's a reason. You know, I appreciate you being here. I'm glad the Most High, because I think about these things, man. And like I said, the past few streams we talked about God. Because, you know, it feels like these are the end times. It feels like these are the end times that's talked about in Revelation. There's an antichrist spirit. And it's like, man, you said, let's see, you remember God, not perfect, brother. Hey, none of us is perfect. I got love for all y'all, man. Got love for you, man. Just, you know, you blessing us with this. And I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Wasn't expecting that. And, you know, like I said, I'm not perfect. I still smoke weed. I still, I don't drink as much. Drinking is scary, man. Drinking is scary. Drinking can sneak up on you. When I first was doing this YouTube, I was doing a lot of drinking because it was a pandemic time, and I was scared. Why lie? I was scared. That's why I started gaining a bunch of weight. I mean, it was already kind of big, but I started to eat, and I was drinking pretty much every day, even if it was just a couple shots. And I don't drink beer, so I'm drinking liquor pretty much every single day. And of course, the liquor stores was open. And so drinking is something I had to really get control of. Obviously, don't drink it all good. You say obvious, but Bill Hader called himself a Muslim. And that boy, if you don't know, that's Devin Haney's dad. And he party, he goes to strip clubs. So it should be obvious. It should be obvious, Fizz. But you never know, man. You never know. He was taking his son to strip club. There's all sorts of charlatans and all sorts of religions. You know, fake Christians, fake Muslim. So you never know. But I'm glad you don't. You just smoke dabs. Yeah, I just smoke the plant. And every now and again, I've been taking edibles. And I don't know how. I've heard back and forth on weed, man. I just pray for forgiveness. I'm not trying to, I do smoke for a little recreation, but a lot of it, man, a lot of it's sleep too, bro. Oh man, you barely drink these days. KC, remember last time? That's good. Bill Hader. What about Bill Hader? I don't know if I misspoke. Who is Bill Hader? Is he like an actor or something? I feel like it's an actor. I do smoke weed too, yeah. Takes away my anxiety and depression, yeah. I'm about to actually smoke now. Well, no, this is not weed, this is tobacco. YouTube. Leave me alone. My anxiety and depression. Not to be gross, you know what really helped me with my anxiety is at least try it no fat, man. Because, I ain't perfect. But I ain't doing it out here like these simps. Golly. I like a beautiful woman much as the next man, but you ain't got to be a goon about it, brother. Oh, was that the guy who you're talking about? I don't think so. Magnesium? I got some magnesium recently. Let me take it more when I sleep. It's probably good for you sleep. But no, that Bill Hader. And what were we talking about? I'm sorry, man. I got lost. I got myself lost. But no, I was just talking about my own drinking situation. I don't know enough about Bill Hader. Just drinking was messing me up. But I apologize, man, if I got confused or confused. I'm like, what I'm sorry, man. I forgot, bro. I'm like, what? Bill Hader? What were we talking about with that? But what I was wondering is how does the Most High feel about marijuana and our use of it? I know you really shouldn't be. They say don't defile your body. Your body's a temple. It says don't be a drunkard, but it also obviously, the miracle of the Most High or of the Christ, to be specific, because that's another can of worms. But of the Christ turning water into wine. Oh, the guy who claimed to be a Muslim. Oh no, Bill Haney. I'm sorry, Haney, not Bill Hader. Bill Haney. Devin Haney is a boxer. His dad is his manager. Bill Hader is an actor. Bill Haney. Devin Haney's a boxer. His dad is his manager or whatever he is. And they claim to be Muslim, but it doesn't seem like they really are. It seems like they're very secular and debauchery. He is the Most High. There's a debate on whether the Christ is the Most High or a separate entity. That's why I'm like, let's just, So you say weed comes from the devil? Okay. Let's go with 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Devil's lettuce. That was the nickname. If I didn't have depression or anxiety, I wouldn't smoke weed. I wouldn't. But I do have depression. There's times where I'm just like, man, listen, I shouldn't talk about depression on the internet with some of the conspiracy stuff we talk about. Because, Vigilante did not harm himself in any way. And one day I'll stop, man. Once I can, hopefully when I'm strong enough. So 1 Peter 5:8, as we go to church on this Tuesday evening, be sober-minded, be watchful. Yeah, I have seen this one. Your adversary, the devil, prowls along like a roaring lion, seeking someone whom to devour. So definitely be sober-minded. And Islam, God, is most definitely a separate entity. Fair enough. Yeah, we have to be sober and vigilant. Absolutely. And Tom just hitting us with it too. Be sober and vigilant because your adversary, the devil, is a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. I know the scriptures because you had to say it to yourself. That's good. I struggle with, knowing chapters and book, chapter, and verse. Sometimes I'll know a scripture or know the gist of a scripture, but won't know the everything about it. Won't know everything about it, but that's good, man. That's good. How did you gain knowledge? Did you just study yourself? Was you taught? Were you raised in it? Were you not raised in it? And found, as an adult to look into it? Me, myself, believe it or not, I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. And then I went through a period of being an atheist. And then I had spiritual things happen to me. He said, there's no way that cannot be true. I thought another thing that culture, a trick that it played on a lot of people is it made you think that the most, and I mean this by the actual word scientific, not necessarily scientism, but the most scientific and intelligent way to reason was that God didn't exist. And they really pushed that on a lot of people. And they hit me with that, or necessarily I fell for that at one point in time until it became obvious that that could not be the case, that God had to exist on some level. And had spiritual things happen to me. It's like, okay, I gotta change my ways to a certain extent. Islam, Jesus is only a prophet, yeah. He's not the Messiah in Islam, or he's not the Most High made flesh. So, you said, in your opinion, everything testifies in God. You're not wrong. I think anytime you go out in nature, it becomes kind of, I don't want to say obvious, but you almost do want to say obvious. You can just feel like, okay, this couldn't be happenstance. There's just no way. The way a tree works, and the way nature is synergistic with itself. It's like that's not happenstance. That's good. Well, sort of. It's not that you gave your life to Jesus, but failed by smoking weed again, sinning, doing bad stuff. Sin separates from the love of God, because God loves everyone. He doesn't love your sin. Animals are pure. Even you, Zeus. Are you even in the room? Probably in another room sleep. But just the way animals and insects and trees and everything, just the fact, just the fact that fertilizer works. It is a thing. The fact that a cow eats grass and then fertilizes the grass that they eat is kind of like this, the synergy, the science. I was talking the other day about, if the earth was just an inch, and the firmament, planet thing, another can of worms. But even conventional science will tell you that the earth was a position away, an inch one way, we freeze an inch another way, we melt. Your circulatory system, your just the fact that your digestive system, the way the human body works at all. Yeah, and we're not designed to die. That's our fault for falling into sin. Yeah, animals are pure, 100% correct. Tom, the way the earth is in perfect orbit with the moon. Control tides, the way the moon works, the wobble of the earth as it spins. The fact that the starry orbit is quiet compared to other stars. Animals have more love for us than humans have love for each other. It's sad. It's sad to probably because we complicate everything, yeah. We do complicate everything. We bring in confusion and entropy where it's not necessary. And it's sad, man. Humans have lost. We have collectively devalued the human life, man. There used to be a thing where every human life had some value, and I believe it still does, because I know every life has a value to the Most High. And so there must be, if you're created in God's image, you must have intrinsic value. But we lost our connection to intrinsic. We become so atomized, as I think Sister Dildo has said, and other people have said, atomized and separatist, and almost scared of each other in a way. And as a result, we don't really value each other. Science is supposed to be a way to discover and understand God. The long way, motherfuckers got full of themselves. Hubris took over. Well, hey, you asked the government. This is true. I mean, we actually do have numbers. They gave us social security numbers. And don't try to redeem your straw man. You can go to jail for it. You have a value as an economic unit number 267-896-741. At least it's not 69-69-420. I'm doing better than that. Yeah, man. I appreciate you being here. This has been a cool show. I'm glad I streamed today, man. We got super chats talking about the most high. This is a deep little stream, man. That's your number. Okay, no worries. But that, man, I know a lot of people. We talk shit about socialism, but capitalism means it's yeah, vigilante Bible study, right? Capitalism has its issues too, and one of the cultural tenets of capitalism is the equating everybody, especially because we this money is backed by nothing. We have an economic value for everything, and if it doesn't have an economic value, now it doesn't have a value. You're a high value man if you make $300,000, even if you're a horrible human being, even if you beat your wife, cheat on your wife, beat your kids, lie, cheat, and steal to make money. You're still a high value man because you drive a Benz, and you're a high value woman if you look a certain way. Like that's not. We used to be. At least I thought we were as a kid. I felt like you were smart enough to know that was superficial. Even the TV shows would have that was a trope, right? The super rich or superficial, the superficial individual finding out that there's more to life than superficiality. That was a cultural trope to the point where TV shows and movies and episodes of TV shows, that was just a thing. We just knew that the superficial wasn't the official. That wasn't the real. That's a part of life. It can be nice. And even to not judge people by superficial. Okay, if they have nice things, they're not a bad person. Both sides. And to look inside of what a person really is. And we lost that culturally. We lost that spiritually, man. And we might have to get back to bartering, trading more. Especially if the market of the beast comes around. Yeah, if you build my fence, I'll give you 2 chickens. We might have to get back to that level. Capitalism is the free and voluntary exchange of goods and services. Anything else is not capitalism. Idealistically, you're correct, Tom Jensen. But, there's theoretical sciences and there's applied sciences. There's theoretical economics and then applied economics. And when you start applying any system, absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? Especially amongst humans. So what happens is everything becomes a good and service. You start to view people through that lens. So people become goods and services. I started off this conversation about the quote unquote passport bro phenomenon. These guys who want to capitalism has never been tried. Yeah, just like real communism has never been tried. The guys who start to view women as an object, as a service. Like, all right, I'm about to go to a different country and pay for women for the service of sex. And that let's normalize that and push that. If anybody talks against that, how dare they? It's just like, wow, you know what I mean? You lost your humanity. So it's the spirit of giving everybody a value that I think is a side effect, or not giving everybody a financial value, and letting the financial value and dictate their actual value. Having a transactional spirit about relationships. You know what I'm saying? As a brother Top Dog gives us more verses. Appreciate it, brother. But that transactional spirit about relationships is sickening, man. How are we gonna raise kids like this, man? And shout out to any couple. I think at one of these points we had a real married couple. Shout out to you if you're still around, man. Because we need people who really I don't know who gonna raise the next generation. So let's see. We got Matthew 5:32 and Romans 7:2 and 3. So let's get to. I'm just using the Google Bible. I'm not using like a Bible app. So So again, Matthew. Shout out to me being able to even read through this math. That ain't always. These Matthew 5:32. Yeah, a lot of people need to know this. But I say to you, anyone who divorces his wife, except on the ground of sexual immorality, make her commit adultery, and anyone who marries a divorced woman commits adultery. That means you marry I'm divorced, and why they get divorced? Well, it's just you're committing adultery, man. And we don't value marriage no more, man. We don't value marriage. We don't value marriage. And marriage is a covenant for God, not the state. Marriage is a covenant before the Most High, not the state. And he finding a wife finding a good thing, but was it, you'd rather be on a rooftop than with a quarrelsome woman? So let's check out Romans. 7. We'll do 2, 3. A married woman is bound. Yep. Yeah. And you know what? People were actually happier when they actually listened to these things. A married woman is bound to her husband by law as long as he is alive. If the husband dies, the woman is released from the law of her husband. If the woman marries another man while her husband is still alive, she will be called an adulteress. However, if her husband dies, she's free from that law, so she is no adulteress, though she's married another man. This is what the damn song was just writing about. Like, motherfuckers really want to get married. People really want to be married and happy and have kids. And we done overcomplicate this stuff. People used to get married and they had problems. They would try to work it out. And now we don't. Now we're too cool for marriage. We want situationships. We want hookup culture. We just want to hit it and quit it, man. And look at us. Everybody fucked up. Men and women fucked up. Men trying to be women. Women trying to be men. The whole world is all fucked up because we let marriage was such a core institution because marriage is the body of families. Families the body of communities. A community keep a culture going. And we destroyed it. We destroyed it for booty cheeks, bro. Literally. At least on the men's side, destroyed it for booty cheeks. On the women's side, maybe destroyed it for some abs and some money. Some money, some fiat money that ain't even real. Crazy business. Crazy business. And I don't know how to get back. How do we move back? How do we go back to just, you know what I mean? We almost need to bring back arranged marriages. It's a PR spin of capitalism. It was state-sponsored usury since the beginning of the 16th, 17th century. What you mentioned is what existed before capitalism. People would just do stuff for each other. For real, you can't work it out. If it's violent, that's true. And listen, there were some demonic dudes with demons on them who were violent. And that's not acceptable either. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying people should deal with that type of stuff either. But not saying that that's not an issue. But shit, domestic violence is ironically enough, the highest couples with domestic violence are actually lesbians, believe it or not. But so I'm not trying to domestic violence can be an issue both ways. That's why vetting was important. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't remember the scriptures, but it's like, hey, you'd rather be on the top of a roof than in a house with a quarrelsome woman. So don't pick a quarrelsome woman. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you gotta make sure you're not with a quarrelsome woman. So you're not in these crazy, or a quarrelsome man. You know what I mean, from a woman perspective. So you're not in these crazy issues. Held them at managerial technocratic state. No. That's where we at, though. You would need the man as the head of the family for that, yeah. Remember that. Our body is the temple of God. It's amazing. So I haven't been treating my body like a temple, and I've messed up my own life for it through gluttony. and I'm trying to overcome that. That's a sin I'm really struggling to overcome, and I have struggled my whole life is gluttony. Ironically, lesbianism is presented as a solution to domestic violence. I mean, yeah, it is, but they got by far. It's not even close. The highest rate of domestic violence is lesbians. It's not even close. It's higher than straight couples. It's higher than gay couples. I think it's higher than gay and straight couples combined. It's insane. Um, but I mean, domestic violence, we're seeing that just as it definitely took a hit upwards for those who were dealing with that first stage of that pandemic. Man, that was kind of a hidden thing. A lot of people got into it with each other, and that's messed up, man. That's messed up. But man, we used to. There were people who had happy marriages. There was I got a great aunt with my grandma's sister. Her and her husband been together, what, 60 years, 70 years? He ended up passing the husband a few years ago. But they were together 60, 70 years. I mean, that's a long time, man. What do you need a man for? You know how the state is a surrogate? They got people married to the state, yeah. They got people married to the state. I mean, the state shouldn't even be involved in marriages. Shout out to, I know some people try to get married without marriage licenses. I don't know if that works. And that, unfortunately, similar to, even if it didn't perfectly apply to the situation, we were talking about how the only way this transgender thing is if somebody gets hurt in one of these sports and one of these combat sports with women. Unfortunately, a lot of women gonna have to get half their cash up for people to realize there's something wrong with these family courts, and these family courts are not for the family. It's gonna have to have. There's no other way. And as more women get money and more women get Holly Berry or Britney Spears or I think Mary J. Blige and other motherfuckers was like, yo, I think even what's her name? Was it and I may have this one wrong. Oh my God. Kelly Clarkson, even. Another woman had to give up half that cash. And then he's like, oh shit, this is corrupt. Like, yeah, guess who gets a cut? They want you to give up a half because, you always going to give a cut to the government, no matter what. People who took the COVID-19, I feel bad for people who did that. If they took the sixth one, clear they'll tear the zombies. If they can wake up, shit. And you don't want no one to state and otherwise. Let's see. Why is the state involved with marriage? Because of the church? Because the state is involved with everything. So they can break you apart and get a cut of you, to get a cut of your money once you do. That's one of the base level reasons. And two, to dictate what marriage is and to dictate how marriage should be, to dictate the dynamics of marriage. And then you send your kids to their sponsored schools, so then they teach your school. They raise your kids. They used to have, and listen, it can be overstated, women in the house. Like the idea, every woman, unfortunately, was not a housewife. We did have lower class women, they had to work too. But there was still a lot more time for the kids. The woman would usually work part-time. She wouldn't work necessarily, 50, 60 hours, while the man is also working 50, 60 hours. She would probably work part-time, try to do, maybe even work at the school that she was lucky enough, maybe a school secretary, something like that. Family law is fucking has been vocified, absolutely. And then, we talk more about the transgender. There was I know the one case where the ex-wife wanted to make the son a transgender. The son is too young to know what's going on. I meant to look up what was going on because I think I mentioned it a few days ago. And then the ex-husband was trying to stop his son from transitioning. It's sad meeting a tranny, thinking she's a girl. Oof. That thing is a dude. It's crazy world we live in. I'm glad I'm not giving up on dating long term, but this is not the season for me dating. So I'm not on these online apps. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not on for these dating apps. I hear of a lot of guys getting catfished by transgender. That's a common thing. PR spin existed before government existed before the term capitalism, and they were just as authoritarian and could force against the individual. When people think of capitalism isn't capitalism, they think of corporations or corporatism, I'm assuming. They think capitalism, that's not capitalism. They think business, and that's not capitalism either. I definitely think there's a distinction between corporatism and capitalism. But even going back to what I was personally referencing, I know you and Dildo are having a conversation. I'm saying that the cultural impact of something like that. Let's go back to your simple definition. Let's hold that true. That's not you and Dildo can have your conversation, but for my purposes, the exchange of goods and services, the exchange of currency for goods and services. Let me see. I want to get the words absolutely right. The free and voluntary exchange of goods and services. So even amongst that, people tend to extrapolate that and put it in their personal relationships and put it in other areas of their life where that mentality doesn't belong. So that's more of what I'm referring to. You know what I'm saying? And if you're all constantly worried about the free exchange of goods and services, and we use the medium of currency, putting a currency value on things that don't have putting an economic value on things that don't. Not necessarily saying that this is required by capitalism, but it's a tendency for humans in a capitalistic society, especially once that society loses its moral balance. We were the capital, maybe not the freest market, no true capitalism, another can of worms, y'all can argue that out. But even though if this was a capitalist society, there was a capitalist society that still had a moral center. When you just go completely amoral, you start viewing people as products. Not just, it's bad enough the powers that be, the Illuminati, the Masons, whatever, the demons that run things, unfortunately, they view us as products. But when we start to view ourselves as products, that's a problem. And I'm not saying, again, it's not required by capitalism. That has nothing to do with it directly, but indirectly, once that's the spirit of the world and there's no check and balance for it, we start viewing ourselves as commodities. Sexual market value. Sister Dildo made fun of me because of that. That's a real phrase. Sexual market value. And that's how she's a 10, he's a 10, he's an 8, but he has this. That's a crazy way to view in a transactional relationships. You know what I'm saying? You're viewing your relationship as an exchange of goods and services instead of two people coming together, maybe have common interests, common bond, and trying to make something grow. You know what I'm saying? So my criticism is not necessarily, at least this particular specific criticism that I'm making right in this case. I'm not making any other case. I'm not arguing any other point. I'm just saying that's my I guess issue, so to speak. Be right back. Hey man, I appreciate it. Come back when you can. Come back when you can. Am I still on all? Yeah. Oh yeah, why is the state involved in marriage? Take power away from the church. Yeah, any way they can take power away from the church and God, they do. Politics should never infect the law, but it always, unfortunately, it always does. Two cannot be separated. At least, definitely not now. Shit. I wish the original intent of the laws was preserved better. For a lot of it, some do need to change, but again, it's all erosion. Free and voluntary, i.e. freedom, can't have capitalism without more. Yeah, you can. Freedom is, freedom, you might say freedom is a morally right thing, but you can have capitalism. You, given the definition, that's the simplest definition you could probably use, the free and voluntary exchange of goods and services. I mean, morality can definitely be bent. If you have the free and voluntary goods and services, what if I'm lying about the good and service? What if I'm embellishing the good or service? I mean, we all get used to that. Marketing shit, let me see. Got this young Gatorade. This is supposed to be for athletes, but this is fucking sugar water. That's all it is, you know what I'm saying? I can embellish the good or service. I don't have to play by any, there's no laws against, a lot of times there is no laws against it. Hey, AJ, I appreciate you being here. AJ Styles. You're a zero. You don't want it. You're not a zero. Everybody in this chat got value. Shout out to AJ Styles. I know it's Abomination AJ. I give people nicknames. Materialism on steroids. Lofty. Hey, LDG, gotta lay down. Keep it real. I'll try. Name an avatar imagine. I'm finally saying something, Pigeon Boy. Freedom to what? I was playing Warship game. Battleship got blown up. Told team you lost your cousin. The bony ass. Shout out to that. Brondo does have electrolytes in this idiocracy world. AJ, you still say shit? Yeah, salute to LDG. Salute to all you guys. I know Top Dog. Salute to him. You know, I'm about to get some Brondo. AKA Gatorade. I do like Gatorade. I do like the sugar water. Unfortunately, I didn't get fat on accident. I mean, it was an accident, but yeah, you know, it happened somewhere. I appreciate you, man. We was talking about religion, God, capitalism, the deconstruction of marriage, deconstruction of love, the devaluing of humans amongst each other. And AJ, you message in a comment, I gotta make you a mod. It don't make no sense for you not to be a mod. Hold on. Everybody here is a mod. I gotta make Top Dog a mod too. It just, you know, I'm so used to people. Snorter Poop is for some reason not a mod. Next time you show up, I gotta make him a mod. I like making everybody a mod. I don't know. It's habit. What do I do? AJ and you need a furry. No furries. Welcome to Costco. I love you. That movie's great. Yo, I ain't seen Idiocracy in a minute. Shout out to was it Hector Elizondo, Mountain Dew, whatever his name is. Terry Crews. Werewolf is enough. Listen, I'm not I have no hate for the furries. I just wish that the whole IT department of every company on earth didn't depend on them. Like I said, I don't hate them. It just scares me that the entirety of IT depends on this one subculture. Do another New Vegas, which I know I need to do. See how far you can take a stealth build. Yes, you have the power. Severely underwhelming. I mean, I guess I can't, you know, I wear a mask now, so I can only talk too much shit about a furry. And actually, even for the music videos, the plans to do some couple different cosplays for a couple of the music videos. We'll see how it turns out. He-Man voice. Ha, just like a woman. No, but yeah, man, I appreciate you being here. I don't know. Got 8 likes, 9 people watching, 8 likes. It could do better, it could do worse. I'll take it. And eventually I will play New Vegas. How about this? Before the end of the year, we'll do New Vegas. Maybe I'll do that. I mean, I'm still playing a lot of Tekken because I'm trying to level up at Tekken. And I'm gonna be playing Tekken. I might even play Tekken after this stream, off stream, just to hang out. Well, not hang. I won't stream it, but just to kind of level up because I'm starting to catch that bug with Tekken. Next year I'll be This year I didn't do no competing, but next year I will. And then I need to find some locals. I think there's some locals. I think there might be some local shit going on tomorrow. I might even check it out if I can, or look into it. With fighting, because I want to get back on competitive Tekken. I think if I keep things up, I could be on the top level by the end of the year. Tekken weirdos. Tekken does have its weirdos, bro. Remember Abraham Lincoln? We came across some weird cosplay. Y'all didn't see, off stream, I came across a dude cosplaying as a KKK member on Tekken. I kept laughing, bro. I wish I would have streamed it. Cause I was dying laughing. Like, this motherfucker literally dressed as a clown. I couldn't remember his name. He had some racist ass name. I'm like, wow, this dude was real wick knot. He won. And then he wasn't even good. He was using like macros or some little cheap way to fight. And I was just laughing. I'm like, this is the most ridiculous shit. And it was a jank looking cosplay. That's what made it crazier. It was like a cone on his head, but they painted it white and they had a mask. It was just like so jank looking. But it was literally a cosplay. Because that's one of the big things about Tekken. You can customize the characters. You can mod the characters too, their appearance. Somehow this motherfucker had a Ku Klux Klan cosplay, I thought it was too stupid and ridiculous to be offended. Like I should have been offended, right? I mean, I wanted to be offended, but I was just like, this is so fucking crazy. I just didn't know what to say. See, Tekken, there's a thin line between Tekken player and just fighting game enthusiasts in general and weebs. There's a lot of weebs. There's a lot of hentai gooners. It just is what it is. I like that term. Well, I don't like that term, but I'm using that term gooner because it's a lot of people with that goon ass spirit, man. Proud to be thirsty as fuck. If you don't know what a gooner is, basically somebody showing off their pornography and in general showing off their thirst. And like unashamed to be a thirst ball and to be a hornball, essentially. That's probably the best way I can come up, or best way I can describe what a gooner is and what gooning is. I'm not a Gen Zer. Richard isn't here to correct me. Fizz might still be here. As far as that's a Gen Z phrase, gooning. But there's a lot of people with that spirit, man. I like a pretty girl as much as the next man, but I don't want to be all only fanned out, all thirsty. That's just not a good spirit, man. Watch out for that spirit of lust. Definitely got to watch out. Oh, Fizz is still here. Cool. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Please tell me I'm not the only one who's heard this phrase, gooning. And I'm, again, not encouraging it. How long have we gone? Hopefully Top Dog will come back because he's really set off the straight. And shout out to LDG. Shout out to Not Your Father. Or Not The Father. How dare I mess up his name for the big time super chats. We're getting close to actually being able to cash out on YouTube because you got to reach a threshold first. Lust will lead you into some wild stuff, bro. Wild stuff. And Prime is so evil, bro. And I think we've talked about this. I still don't see why all this Prime is talking about stepsister, stepmom, family porn. Like, what is this? Don't tell me everybody starts searching this shit. Y'all start pushing this shit on the people, bro. That's how you know this shit is evil. Y'all start pushing incest on the people out of nowhere for no reason. Sick business, man. It's a sick business. And then OnlyFans getting pushed on the people. A lot of young girls think, okay, I'm not even going to gather skills, or I'm not going to try to be a productive member of society or a wife. I'm just going to be on OnlyFans. And some girls can get successful. Most girls don't. There's girls that's homeless because they thought OnlyFans was going to pay their way the whole time. Maybe they had a few good months, quit their job, and then end up homeless. That's a story. Ooh. Yeah. He said most XXX videos about incest, even in Japan. It's weird. And it just came out of nowhere. Out of the orange, all Prime videos was about have an incestuous stepmother, stepfather, stepbrother, stepsister gimmick. Like, where did this shit come from? I don't know if it started during the pandemic. I think it started a little bit before, but it just was like out of the blue. And I'm sure 99.999% of the time it's just two people, but that's the gimmick. You sound way more classy. Only have feet pics on OF. I hope nobody's looking up men feet pics. That seems disgusting. Not saying women. I mean, just what a world. What a time to be alive. I could have. That's how sick the world is. I could have feet pics on OF. Started way earlier. Yeah, it probably did. But it seems like they definitely pushing it way harder the past 5 years. Past however many years. It's just been like super pushed. Where if you go to any homepage or any Prime site, I know I need to just say porn. LDG was here. Just say porn. It doesn't matter. We go to any Any porn site, you go to the front page, you will see something, some incestuous stuff. Vigilante only fan. What's it say? Only fanners, no fans. No fanners, no only fans, man. I'm blessed at this moment. I'm in control of lust. I was a lustful motherfucker when I was young, so I ain't perfect either. Gluttony is the one issue. Gluttony, and if you want to call weed drunkenness or not being sober, those are my issues spiritually. I really got to get a hold of, and we'll see. But yeah, man, it's a sick world, man. And I kind of don't want to have every stranger get to how sick the world is, man. Cause I don't want to be so heavy. You know, this is why I like walking. Walking's underrated as a form of not just cardio, but just a form of almost meditation. I do not listen to a podcast. I do not listen to an album. I don't even have. This is probably unsafe to an extent, and it shows you how safe I think my neighborhood is. I don't even keep my phone on me. I just saying here, you working every day. Yeah, just work to do better. But with walking, man, I just had that time. I'm alone with my thoughts, and I can kind of figure things out. The sun, we were talking about the temperature. It's hot as fuck. It's 90 plus, 100 almost a lot of times. But the sun beating down. But the sun is good, man. I've been taking. Listen, shout out to Melanin, man. No disrespect, but Melanin, man. I've been taking the sun, man, and it's been cool. I was recommending a superhero manga where superhero mom bangs her own daughter and got gangbanged by young boys. Whoa. Yo. That's wild business, man. That's crazy business. That's crazy business, man. I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah, ew, Fizz, ew. Some of that shit, some of that manga is borderline hentai anyway. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Don't even tell us what the manga is, man. Y'all have to look that up on your own because that's some crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Some people got some real sick. We said something about comic writers the other day. Some of these people, some of these creatives, and some of these places, whether it's manga, comic books, even some movies, TV shows, they got real sick imagination. You said you thought dudes were weird for recommending you Kill la Kill? I never heard of that. You love it though? What's Kill la Kill? I shudder to think. I probably shouldn't have asked that question. I'm assuming it's a weird ass anime or manga. Kill la Kill? I never heard of it. What am I about to be traumatized with cursed knowledge? Knowing about another crazy ass manga or anime. And just for I feel like I'm working at a grocery store, but the next 15 minutes, Vigilante Williamson is going to close. But when I get the 2 hour mark, I'm going to end the stream, or around that. I mean, I'll finish up whatever conversation we on. But just a heads up, because I am starting to fade a little bit. It's probably after midnight, maybe a little bit after midnight. Let's see. Almost 12:30, so we can be out of here right 12:30. Be exactly 2 hours. That'd be cool. Kill la Kill is an anime where a teenage girl. That doesn't sound as bad. At least I don't think so. A teenage girl has to fight other teenagers with superpowers that come from their clothes. Okay, that's not nearly as bad as what you said. A lot of fan service, great fights and animation, though. I see. Oh, anime fan service, so maybe a little on the thirsty side, but that's still not mom's game banging fucking kids and all this other crazy shit you was talking about. Hey, Retro Richard, appreciate you being here. I named the stream after what you call it, be lollygooning. We talked about a lot of stuff, man. I named the stream Vertical Propaganda. That's what I'm gonna call these streams from now on. So you helped name these streams. We're only gonna be going another 10 minutes though, because we're about to hit the 2 hour mark. But I appreciate you being here. No notifications. Well, that's par for the course. I've been live almost 2 hours because it is vertical propaganda. It works, man. We get more new people on these vertical streams. We had brother Top Dog. We was talking about religion. We was literally it was we had a soft Bible study earlier. We got a couple of super chats. It's been a cool stream. Never, bro. I didn't even know what it was until y'all was loving Cyberpunk Edge Runners was cool. But I had the Hurricane like kill. 2 hours you been checking your phone. Tropical Mexican. Stop being a bigot. Don't be bigot to Richard. Hey, sometimes you just gotta you know what, you can enjoy it. You don't know. It's been a good stream. That is pretty wild, bro. That is wild. That's wild business. Shit, that's why Croatia, hey, Croatia about to be a for the blokes. That's about to be a passport spot if it's not already. I know you always talk about tourism. The West is about to move there. Western Europe, Croatia, one of the spots. I saw another video talking about. It was just talking about East. It was talking about Romania, Serbia, and Croatia, and a few other countries. About the dude was in Romania, but he was just talking. He was a British dude. He's talking about how, you know, he was basically recommending people in Britain move to Eastern Europe, and he included Croatia as one of the places to go. So that's why you're about to have a lot of blokey passport bros trying to buy the hoes coming up in Croatia. Never seen Kill la Kill was never interested. Oh, you're from Generation Kill? I never saw that either. Mexicans don't even compare to us. Yeah, that is pretty wild. Dominicans may hate themselves, but Mexicans, man, you said good, you can take their money. Fair enough. Man, I have seen some of the stuff about it's crazy. I thought colorism was only a black thing. It clearly is not. Because colorism is serious in Mexico too. Yeah, apparently it's serious in the Dominican Republic. Hey, listen, every culture got their issues. That's what I'm learning. That's what I've learned as an adult. So you want to go to China, they got a lot of issues. Bro, I was going back to the feminism thing, and I know I'm losing my point. But, excuse me. It was literally this woman and her mom arguing about her getting married while the guy that she was with is right there. And the girl talking about she don't want to get married. And I was like, golly, this shit is crazy. They argue with the Chinese in China. A lot of cultures got a lot of issues. Mexicans are past return to their culture. At least Dominican has a chance. Mexicans too far gone. Listen, the Mexicans, I'm around cool. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Mexicans. They've been cool to me. They've been cool to me. I've heard, they all like black people. Maybe because of my complexion, I got a light brown, and now I'm rocking the curly hair, even though I kind of look like Fat Mahomes, because my hair is almost his texture right now. But it's not as brown; it's just black. I got a little. Maybe they don't know what race I am. I know some people don't know necessarily what race I am, but I'm a brother. But listen, the Mexicans been cool with me. I heard that. Oh, they don't like black people. They don't like black people. Maybe, but they been cool to me. You know what I mean? So they say hi to me. Ain't nobody done nothing crazy to me. So you know what I mean. All I can do is live the life I'm living. I mean, you would think. I think when people hear my voice, they know for sure. But I'm ambiguous. I'm kind of ambiguously raised. I mean, especially in the sun. I'm getting fairly dark, but I don't know. So you was upset hooping at 2 for 3, but never got a pass back. Well, that's all in the game. All in the game. First experience racism and colorism is third grade. You're American, you can tell. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is the first time I dealt with some race. I dealt with the colorism, honestly, probably in elementary school, for being light skinned. So really, the first rate, different little ism was from other black people. Believe it or not, or maybe that's not as shocking, unfortunately, as it should. Oh, we get reconnected. I dealt with some racism from some white people. There's jobs I didn't get, or didn't even get a chance because I'm black. I think I've said, my government name is not Vigilante, and it's kind of a name that you wouldn't, even though there are a lot of black people with the name, it can be thought of, there's a lot of white people with the name too, with my name. My first name, and then my last name is just a generic last name. So you might not know. If you see my name on the application, you may not know either way whether I'm black or white. Now, if you see I'm from Detroit, I mean, that's going to give you a safe bet. But that may not be on the thing. So, now that I've worked in different places, a different area, being from Charlotte, being from Texas, you can be anybody. Don't think you said that story. Yeah, do be your own, unfortunately. Ecuadorian chick who got across every border in existence talking shit to you told me to be a white boy to date her. Older sister slapped the shit out of her. Yeah, people, man, there's a self-esteem crisis, bro. We've had it for at least a decade and a half, 2 decades. There's a self-esteem crisis. I mean, maybe longer than that, but the internet intensified it. And so what people do, instead of dealing with their own low self-esteem, they try to project it or try to fake the funk and try to act like they're high and mighty when they know they're not and they don't even feel high and mighty. That's third grader saying it. That's fucked up. Well, if she's a third grader saying it, she didn't develop this from her life experience. You know what I'm saying? She didn't develop it from her life experience. This is what her parents and what the family around her thought. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 2012, we well into it. But basically, since the Y2K, we've had a major self-esteem crisis, and it's only gotten worse and worse and worse. And even though we claim to be more acknowledging of mental health, we're really trying to worsen mental health as a culture. And like I said, now we don't care about each other. Everybody for themselves. And listen, I'm just out here trying to live myself. I ain't trying to say you're supposed to, go out your way and try to be a real vigilante superhero or whatever. But, we don't value each other as much as we used to. What was I doing in 2012? I was going because I was living in the middle of nowhere, Michigan. I was catching a bus back and forth to work because I ain't had no car. I got a car at the very end. The car I have now, I got at the very end of 2012 when I still had it. So, Rich, we spoke about snowblades all the time. That's it. You know what? I didn't make that connection. That's a good point. So why do you got an issue with them then? Or claim to have an issue if you don't be around them? They ain't did nothing to you. Is it because of that goobar that brainwashed you? Umar got apparently this is what he get. Apparently he said something quote unquote based about Kamala you got a giant, and the people he griffed from got mad at him. And he's getting what he fucking deserved. Cause he's smart enough to realize this bitch is an idiot. And listen, I'm not a pro-Trump guy. Again, all outside of Border Patrol shot for listening to that, I don't even know what the fuck Trump's running on. I know the shit he did. But no, what is this? What's his policy? What is he running on? I don't know what neither of them running on. Outside of I'm not the other guy. Which is basically what they ran on last time. But in any event, he said something about Kamala dumbass. And his people got mad at him. I'm like, well, that's what you get. You want to race bait. You want to make everything about race. And now you know how crazy politics are. People use politicians as their favorite pro wrestlers. So you said something about The Rock, and all the Rock fans mad at you. And I would be literally The Rock or Bo Rock. I mean, Kamala. Well, you said something about Kamala that you got a giant, and now all they fans mad at you. So you get what you fucking deserve. Said never like white girls. Always felt uncomfortable. Mom told you. So your mom told you. The Jonathan Major situation I get. But at the same time, bro, we done see all races of women do shit like that to be 1,000%. Could Trump even build that wall? I don't think he really could. And only God knows how much money. However much money it would take, way more money than it'll be estimated. It'll probably take countless billions. That's why, remember, he wanted to get Mexico to pay for the fucking wall. Because it's going to be expensive as all dog shit. OJ killed, he was out, well, that's another gang of conspiracies. Is OJ Another gay. But like, what is that? That's not a OJ killed her. You know what I'm saying? She didn't kill him. You know what I mean? At least if we go with the story, you know what I mean? And like, listen, there's a lot of men and women crashing out, same race, different race, all that shit. So I'm not saying the Jonathan Major situation scared me. I'm not saying worship the white girl because that's not a good gimmick either. All these people that hate black women and worship any woman that's not black, I hate that shit. I'm not a fan of that shit. But all women can be beautiful. All women can be terrorists. Shit. I'm not saying. Listen, women in general. All women can be beautiful. All terrorists. But no, that's not. Listen, you can name Ray Rice. I can name. You want me to keep naming people who got jobbed out by other races of people? What's the? Oh shit! One dude had an Asian wife. He got jobbed out. I can't think of his name. I mean, it's all sorts of people who get jobbed out by different women, man. Some of them are white. And listen. There is a justice system. I'm not saying that there's nothing to the idea of if something goes wrong justice wise and there's a Caucasian woman and you're a non-Caucasian male, it could be a problem. Because a Caucasian woman, better or worse, we talked about the foot soldier and the woke, you one of the more protected classes on earth. There is something to that. I'm not going to say there's nothing to it. But there's an argument that you get into it with any woman. Hey, there was 4 years ago when Jacob Blake happened. What happened? He was getting into it with a black woman. They called the police. He ends up, paralyzed. Didn't he get shot or tased and paralyzed? So, I mean, it can happen. If you get into it with a woman in this society, you at risk. That's the truth. Whether she's black, white, Hispanic, or otherwise. And I'd rather you black, white, Hispanic, or otherwise. You get into it with a woman in this society, there's a risk. That's just the case. I played the video, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to say you shouldn't worship no group. We already passed the point of probably should get out of here, but I don't know if the comments, did they stop? Let me make sure this shit's still working. I'm still here, right? Listen, I'm not telling nobody what to do, what they should think. I damn sure wouldn't tell you to worship white women. I think that's goofy. And listen, how about this? Treat each woman as an individual. Vet each woman on her own merits, regardless of race, culture, and all that other good stuff. If you do that, you got a better chance of something good happening and a lesser chance of something bad happening, regardless of her race. Yeah, stop worshiping people in general. Your comment got censored. Fair enough. YouTube has been on that. Stop worshiping people and stop vilifying people in general. I mean, unless it got, we can vilify these demons out here fucking with the youth, people who are really doing shit. But if people ain't doing, don't just vilify wide groups of people. I mean, again, I'm not trying to cape for Liv Morgan, but I just don't like the idea of. And listen, I thought it was goofy when before guys in the quote unquote black red pill, before they was on the passport bro shit, they was on this Becky and Maria worship, and I'm like, this is gay, bro. Your comment about the border got censored too. I see. I'm saying if I was going through the same shit, OJ. Well, I guess this how they gonna help because it was another white woman. Hulk Hogan said he was going through the same shit, where his wife had his money. He was divorced. And so he's looking at his wife spend his money on another man. And it made him feel sick. He said he felt like OJ. Now, he was married to a white woman too, so maybe he's this is a white woman. But I mean, there's brothers that felt that way too. And so we was just talking about how the sanctity of marriage got messed up because of the family courts. Marriage is supposed to be a sanctified union before the Most High instead of this fucking business partnership, this corporate partnership that has become, and this business, this $1 billion business, $1 billion industry. Shout out to Rhea Ripley. Shout out to the I don't know what they call Rhea Ripley and Priest. I guess the ex-Judgment Day. But yeah, listen, I ain't gonna tell. I was thinking the old Stevie. I ain't tuned up. Love is in me. of a little love today. Don't delay. Send yours in right away. Cause love isn't a need of love. We don't love. There's no love. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Said the Terror Twins let them win the tag titles. That'd be crazy. They might do something like that. Don't give them an idea. Have I mean they have had chicks hold male titles before. Dudes, they had chicks hold the 24/7 title, the hardcore title, and the Intercontinental title. Yeah, the race obsession is gay, bro. Worship or hate, and I totally agree. I totally agree. I'm for you, man. I'm not for you, but I'm with you with that, man. The racial obsession, especially in this day and age, especially when you can see it's all astroturf. Y'all can't see this shit. Y'all can't see a guy like Umar astroturf. Y'all can't see this motherfucker is even if he ain't fuck if he a Prince Hall Mason, he a grifter. You can at least see that shit, right? All these people, you would actually like to see the Terror Twins. Rhea Ripley is somebody they might actually do that with, have her as tag team champion. That's somebody they would actually do that with, because they really pushing her. They might actually do that, and it ain't like the tag team championships do it that much. I don't know who the tag team champions is. Is it A-Town Down? Oh no, I think DIY is the tag team champs, ain't they? Man, wrestling's so jank. It's believable with Rhea. Yeah, because Rhea is bigger than most of these. I just mentioned DIY. She's bigger than both of them. She's literally taller and with more muscle than both Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. And I'm not saying that with any exaggeration. Oh, Finn Balor and JD, okay. But I know everybody don't know who Rhea Ripley is. Am I lying when I say she's literally bigger than both of those dudes? Because they are some small. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano are some manlets. No disrespect. No disrespect. I know they both keep themselves in decent shape. But yeah, back to women wrestling. That's what this channel is really about. It's about women wrestling. Because the dudes are smaller than the women. JD McDonough is smaller than her too. I can name about 10 dudes that's smaller than the average woman that's wrestling. All these dudes is basically women wrestling. She bigger than Davey. No, she ain't bigger than Davey. Davey is like 6'7". He's tall as shit. But she got more muscle than a lot of these men wrestlers, unfortunately. And wrestling was built on the big dudes. But all right, guys, listen. I said 2 hours. We done hit the 2-hour mark. Women's wrestling ain't a good enough subject to keep us going. And we were still, shout out to my man, Top Dog. He led Bible study. We were still doing Bible study. I might continue. Women's wrestling from I is more interested in dudes right now. That's not untrue. On both sides, on both companies, the women are doing better. The women are doing better with the Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, and the Toni Storm thing, and even the Britt Baker and Sasha Banks thing, even though there may be a wrench into that. But this ain't going to be a wrestling podcast. Like I said, women's wrestling and wrestling in general ain't enough to keep this damn stream going. Fizz just hit us with the bye-bye. Not the bye-bye-bye. Shout out to Deadpool. But we are going to get out of here, man. We are going to get out of here. Rhea Ripley is the only story they have going. So, I mean, there's no other reason to watch Raw unless you care about the Wyatt Six, which I don't. No disrespect to Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace. Even though he was demonic as fuck. But all right, guys, even though it's arbitrary and LGG says it doesn't matter, this has been the fucking outro I've been using for 4 years. So if you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share, subscribe, please do that. Even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night and God bless. I'll talk to all you guys later. Peace.